Read to me often so I can learn to turn pages.
And look for printed words. Point to the words to help me develop
one-to-one correspondence of print to sounds and establish left to right, top to bottom direction when reading. Let me chime in at the end of a sentence or with phrases that are repeated in our favorite books.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Green, principal of Jefferson Elementary School, and your host for this video. I'd like to thank you for taking an active interest in your child's education. Children benefit when teachers and parents reinforce the same concepts and ideas. That is why I'm asking you to partner with us to support children's reading and academic achievement. Children with richer home literacy environments will achieve higher academic performance, be more motivated to learn, and will have a greater likelihood of future success. As you will see in the segments to follow, enriching your child's home learning environment isn't complicated, and you can use materials found right at home. All we need you to do is watch this video and then commit to practicing some of the techniques demonstrated. Now let's begin with our first teacher.
Hi, I'm Susan Krieger. I am a reading teacher here at Jefferson Elementary. I want to teach you some strategies to help you support reading instruction at home. I will be focusing on reading readiness, which improves children's word reading, reading comprehension, and spelling. There are a number of strategies that we employ in the classroom, including singing songs, rhymes, poems, chants, working with syllables, concentrating on beginning sounds of words, and playing word games. At home, children can learn many reading readiness skills through play and games. There are some very easy things that can be done around the house or in a vehicle. For example, you could start by placing objects on a tray, counter, or table. Have the child look at the objects for 3 minutes. Then gather the objects together and ask the child to place them in the same order.
Okay, are you ready? We're going to play the game just like Betty did. Okay, and it's a memory game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all these pieces on there, and let's see if you can put them on after we're done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on here, and I'm going to give you about 2 to 3 minutes. I want you to look during that time. If you think you're ready and you can do it by yourself, then you let me know. Otherwise, we'll just take it when time's up. Okay? So you'll look at all those, and we'll take those off. Okay, are you ready? Okay, now you're just about done with 3 minutes. So are you, think you can do it by yourself? Or you want a little bit longer to look?
I'm done.
Okay, you're done? Okay, here I go. Okay.
Another fun game is to make up a simple story using the alphabet. A, B, C. Allie bought apples. Billy bought bananas. Follow the pattern.
Can you come up with B?
Bailey likes bananas.
Okay, Bailey buys bananas. That's right, because Bailey starts with a B and banana starts with a B. Good job. Can you come up with a C, Victoria?
Courtney buys carrots.
Courtney buys carrots. You're right. C for Courtney, C for carrots. Good job. How about D? Can you come up with D?
What starts with a
D.
food?
Well, can you come up with somebody's name first?
Drake.
Okay, put your hand down because I can't hear you.
Jake.
Well, Jake starts with J.
No,
J.
Drake.
Oh, Drake. Okay, very good. D for Drake. Drake buys what?
'Cause I don't know.
Well, what do you think begins with D? Sometimes we eat them for breakfast, remember? They're round. Donuts. Okay, Drake buys donuts. Good job. So can we go over the ones we've already said? You think we can do that? Allie buys apples. Bailey buys bananas. Courtney buys carrots. And Drake buys donuts.
Age appropriate would be to add up to 4.
Okay, Victoria, I'm going to need your help with this one. Now let's try to use 4. So we're going to say a name buys the food at, let's think of a city or a state that begins with a letter. So we're at F now.
Food.
Fred. Okay.
Buys.
What would be a food that starts with F? How about fruit?
At Florida.
At Florida. Very good.
That's
So what
not
was it
true.
again? Can you tell us?
Florida.
Frank.
Buys fruit and
In Florida. Very good.
Or you could try taking sight words and printing them on recycled paper, such as advertisements or junk mail. Make 2 copies and play memory with them. Each person must say the word as they turn over the piece. They also must keep the word in the same space. This can be done with spelling words or vocabulary words.
Okay, it's my turn now. Let's see. To and where? Nope, there's no match. Where? You've got my pair. Where? Okay. There and people.
Many and 2.
Many and 2. 2 and 2. I got another pair. Okay.
Because many.
Because and many.
And finally, try talking about who is where doing what when summarizing what is being read.
Okay, you finished chapter 1? Okay, let's talk about what you've done so far. Who was in the story? We said Junie B. Jones and Warren was in the story. Was Junie B. Jones in your first chapter? Okay, so she was in there. You were right. Was Warren in your first chapter?
Yes.
He was, okay. And how about anybody else? Was there anybody new in your chapter? Lucille? Okay, so let's write her name down here. So Lucille was a new one. Okay, how about where? We said in school and outside. Was there any places? Were those right? Were those in chapter 1? Okay, so our predictions were right about that. Anywhere else?
No.
No? Okay, so it started right when you opened the book. She was at school?
No, she's going on the bus.
Okay, so she was on the bus. So we could say on the bus, but she was on her way to school, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like your predictions were pretty right. You just had one more to add there. And then what happened? We said Junie would like Warren. Did she like Warren in chapter 1?
No.
She didn't like Warren. So what did happen?
Lucille liked Warren.
Lucille liked Warren. And who was Lucille again?
Her friend.
Her friend. So Lucille, she liked Warren. Was there anything else that was happening?
These activities should be fun for both you and your child. Not only will you be preparing your loved one for a brighter future, but spending this quality time together will help you feel truly connected.
Hi, I'm Trista Timpson. I teach reading at Jefferson Elementary. Now that Susan has demonstrated some fun reading readiness skills that you can do with your child, I'm going to demonstrate how you can use phonics to improve word recognition, spelling, and comprehension. In the classroom, we help children relate letters to sounds and decode words in stories. This provides opportunities for children to spell words and write stories using letter-sound relationships. In a home setting, I chose an activity called Making and Breaking Words. You can use magnetic letters or paper with letters on it to do this activity. I have the activity broken up into 3 levels: basic, moderate, and advanced. Let's begin with the basic activity. When making and breaking words, you need to start with an easy word the child already knows. This way, when you change the first part or the onset part, you always want the child to go back to the word they know. For example, cat, sat, bat, that, chat. Have the child identify the first part, or the onset part, and the second part, or the rhyme, by breaking the word apart. After they break the word apart, have them make the word again and run their finger under the word slowly so they can see and hear the letter sounds as they say it. I'd like to introduce you to Leo, who has agreed to help me do this activity. Leo, can you run your finger under and say this word?
Cat.
Good job. Now, can you break up cat into the first part and to the second part? And what does this first part say?
C.
What does the sound does the C make? K. And then the second part says?
At.
Can you put them together to make the word?
Cat.
Were you right?
Yes.
Very good. Now, can you change the first part in cat to make the word bat? Okay. Did you run your finger under to check to see if you were right?
Bat.
Were you right?
Yes.
Very good. Now, can you make your word cat again? Okay. Were you right?
Yes.
Run your finger under.
Cat.
Were you right?
Yes.
You were. Very good. Now, can you change the word cat to make the word sat? Good. Did you check it with your finger?
Sat.
Are you right?
Yes.
You are right. Very good. Now, how about change that first part in sat to make the word cat again? Did you check it?
Cat.
Very good. All right, now I'm going to change and the C in the cat with this beginning, first part, to make a new word. Now, what word did I just make?
That.
Run your finger under it to make sure.
That.
Were you right?
Yes.
Very good. Now I'm going to change this first part and I'm going to make this new part. What word did I make? Chat. Very good. All right, let's go back to our very known word. And what was our first word?
Cat.
Put it up there. Run your finger under it. Make sure you're right.
Cat.
Very good. Thank you, Leo, for your help. When the child can identify many words in reading and writing, you are ready to advance to the moderate level. This is done by adding endings to the words. For example, book to books, looks to looked to looking. You can even build on a known word to get them to an unfamiliar word in which they can solve by knowing the smaller parts within the word. For example, C to B to T to teeth. This activity encourages the child to look across the whole word while solving it. Let's try this word group with Christine. Okay, Christine, can you run your finger under this word?
Book.
Book, good. I'm going to add this to the ending, and what was the new word I made?
Books.
Were you right? Very good. All right, now I'm going to change the first part in books to make a new word.
Looks.
Looks. Were you right? Okay, now I'm going to change the ending again from looks, and I'm going to make a new word. And what's our new word?
Looked.
Looked. Good. Very good. Now, if I change looked and add a new ending, what new word did I make?
Looking.
Run your finger under it to make sure you're right.
Looking.
Are you right? Yes, you were. Very good. Okay. Now what new word do I have up there?
C.
Very good. Now, can you change the first part in C to make the word be?
B.
Were you right? Very good. All right. Now, change the first part in B to make the word T.
T. Teeth.
Are you right? Now, what if I add this ending? What is our new word?
Teeth.
Are you right? You are right. Very good, and thank you for your help. You can make a harder word that is unfamiliar to the child and have that child break it into parts that they know. This advanced version of this activity will allow the child to put those easier parts together to solve the unfamiliar word. For example, grandma can be broken into gr and ma. And also together can be broken into together. Let's see how this activity plays out with the child. Now here's JC to help me with this activity. JC, can you break up this word into parts that you know? Okay, and can you go through the parts that you know?
Gr and ma.
Now slide the word back together. And what's our word?
Grandma.
Were you right?
Yes.
Yes, you were. Very good. JC, now can you break up this word into parts that you know? Okay, and what parts are they?
To get her.
All right, now can you slide them back together to make your long word? And what's your long word?
Together.
Slide your finger under to check if you're right.
Together.
Are you right?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Try this activity with your child at home and continue to encourage them to improve their phonic abilities by supporting their reading, writing, and spelling efforts.
Hello parents, my name is Nancy Reichert. I have been a reading teacher at Jefferson for 17 years. I want to introduce you to the concept of developing your child's vocabulary. In the classroom, vocabulary is developed indirectly when students engage daily in oral language, listen to adults read, and read extensively on their own. It is also developed directly when students are taught individual words and word learning strategies. As a parent, you can develop vocabulary strength in several ways. First, remember the importance of reading aloud to children. The most successful home learning settings are those in which the child is exposed to a wide variety and high volume of words. Read to them from a variety of genres to ensure a more thorough coverage of the English language. And don't forget to talk about how the illustrations and the text in the book support each other. Another great vocabulary building activity is to search for new words in a local newspaper. Not only does this allow for direct learning of words often used in popular reading materials, it gives you and your child an opportunity to talk about daily events. While you're at it, consider reading a letter from the mail and defining some of the harder words. This is also a great way to share information about other family members who have written the letters. The kitchen also provides a great place to extend the classroom learning experience into the home. For example, you can play bingo with new words using food as the markers. Breakfast cereal or M&Ms work well, but feel free to improvise. Or you can take your favorite snack and shape it into words. This activity has a built-in reward. You get to eat them once you are done. You can also use cooked spaghetti or alphabet cereal to form words. Once you start to practice these fun exercises, you will find that every day offers great opportunities to build your child's vocabulary.
Hi, I'm Maureen Bridenstine. I also instruct reading here at Jefferson Elementary. So far, we have given you many fun and engaging activities that will definitely advance your child's educational abilities. For my demonstration, I am going to be focusing on the most fundamental aspect of this entire approach, the book. In the classroom, we teach a set of understandings about the conventions of literacy, such as directionality, use of blank spaces, and multiple genres. To increase students' print awareness, we create a print-rich classroom environment, help students track print while listening to a text, and encourage students to read all different kinds of books. At home, you can help support print concepts in a variety of ways. One great way to do this is by going over the parts of the book. When you show your child a picture book, show them that the book has a front and a back. Most picture books also have a jacket, and a jacket protects the book. Just like we wear a jacket to protect ourselves, this jacket protects the book. The book jacket has a front sleeve, which always gives information about the story so that you can read ahead to see if it's something you seem interested in. And it has a back sleeve that gives information about the author and the illustrator. When I read a book to students, or when you read to your child, I like to take the jacket off of the book and then begin to read. Another part of the book to point out is the title page. Every book has a title page that again tells the name of the book, the author, the illustrator, and often the publisher. It also has a page where you can get information about the date that it was published to see the age of the book, how old it is, or how new. Oftentimes, if you get a book from the library, the jacket can't come off because it's coated with a special plastic. Books also have end papers that can be found in the front of the book and the back. And they're often very colorful and very interesting to look at and get clues as to what the book will be about. And they're always the same in the front and the back, and I like to point that out to the students as a point of interest. When you read a book to students and you come to a place where you stop, it's important to use a bookmark rather than bending corners or using something like a pencil to mark your place. You can simply mark your place and then set the book down, and it again reinforces how important it is to take care of a book. When you turn pages in a book, you need to show your child how to turn from the upper right-hand corner, turn the page, and then smooth it down. And again, this reinforces that books are important and that we need to take care of them. Oftentimes, if you get a book for the first time, you can tell your students, your child, to take a picture walk through the book before you even read it. You can go through the book together and take a look at the pictures and see if you can tell a little story and guess what will happen. Just take a picture walk through the book and then go back and read it to your child. How do you choose a book for your child? When you're in the library or in a bookstore, oftentimes for the younger child, like kindergarten through 4th grade, you will see a medal on a picture book, and that's usually a sign that the book has won some kind of an award. For example, this book won the Caldecott Award, which is awarded yearly for the best pictures in the United States in a picture book. Often, your child will recognize that as a symbol that it's going to be in a book with beautiful pictures. The medals are also on books for older children, like a novel, and it means that the book has won some kind of an award for good literature. When choosing a book for an older child, if you're in the bookstore or in the library or Walmart or some place where they sell books and you see a lot of little paperbacks like this, oftentimes it's difficult to know if your child can read it, if it's the appropriate reading level or interest level. One trick that I've learned is that if you look at the back of the book, oftentimes there's something that says RL, and that means reading level. This book says 3.0, so that means that this is at a 3rd grade reading level. Underneath it, it will have some numbers. This one says 007 through 012, and that's an interest level. That means that students between the ages of 7 and 12 would probably be interested in this book. And I have found that this is a very good guideline and fairly accurate in terms of picking out a book. This one says it would interest children, again, ages 7 through 12. You just look at the back of the book. This reading level is 4.6 with an interest level of ages 8 through 12. And this book is a reading level of 4.7, interest level of 7 through 11. Your goal with these activities is to simply make your child feel completely comfortable around books while reinforcing their importance in successful learning.
Thank you for taking this time to learn about how you, the parent, can further support academic success through home outreach. Hopefully you can now see the overwhelming potential of partnering with us to increase your child's reading readiness. Remember to keep it simple, read aloud often, and encourage your child to read aloud while always modeling reading for fun and pleasure. By spending just a few moments a day with your child, engaging in some of these reading activities, you can ensure a brighter future.